Hey guys, today's blog, we're going to talk about September 1st, 2010. I want to talk about an issue that is uh, incredibly important for dealers, and I see this happen all the time when people ask me about Chinese scooters. Right now we're going to talk about a great brand called Peugeot, and in France and Europe they're all over the place. However, they are not meant for the United States market. If you contact Peugeot in France, they will tell you we have no product liabilities for the United States, and we do not want to sell in the United States. They do not have an agent or processors, they do not have an office here, and they have no interest in selling scooters in the U.S. market, especially in this downturn. So why am I bringing this up? Well, right now, there are several dealers across the U.S. that are buying Peugeot scooters from Canada and from Europe, and they're gray markets. They are not meant to be. Back in 2003, this happened. I've seen it all happen, and it's all happening again. Back in 2003, Peugeot America was here in West Palm Beach. They sold thousands of units from Florida to Colorado, and guess what? They were gray market imports, non-EPA, non-DOT, non-HTSA. They did not comply with lemon laws. They did not have parts warranty. They did not have support of any kind. They were used and demos and old vehicles from the UK that were purchased from the distributor over there, brought to Florida and sent to the U.S. dealers, sold by GE, and then GE had to buy a bunch of them back and sell them at auction, and none of them were compliant. A bunch of dealers got hit up with fines in different states, and Peugeot America went bankrupt. That's the story. And it's happening all over again. I see dealers buying Peugeot because everybody wants a Trekker, everybody wants a really cool scooter, and they're buying these, and they're not meant for the U.S. market. I mean, it's ridiculous. I don't know how people, especially dealers in this day and age, will buy stuff without asking these basic questions. Do you have an agent of service process? Do you have product liability insurance? Do you indemnify the dealer against lawsuits? What is your product warranty or parts warranty? These are questions you should ask. Do not fall in love with the brand name Peugeot because they're not meant for the U.S. market. So buyer beware, consumers beware. These bikes were not meant for the U.S. And if you are buying them, send them back to whoever you bought them from because you can get hit up with a $10,000 fine per unit, and they're not meant to be sold here. And they're being registered in states that don't require registration, like North Carolina, Colorado. You can get away with that only for so long because once you get into the 150 range, they're motorcycles and they're vehicles just like cars. And then you're violating a whole bunch of rules and regulations. And I would hate to see more dealers close because every time somebody gets hit with that $10,000 fine, usually these days they go out of business. And we've lost way too many dealers this year, whether it's the bad economy or lemon law lawsuits. We don't want to see more dealers go out of business. I want you guys to be informed, and I want you to make informed decisions. And one of them is buy from U.S. distributors that comply with U.S. rules and regulations. Kimco spends a ton of money doing this. Honda, Yamaha, Suzuki. Name a brand that's a top brand. TGB, Pure Speed, the Madass, they've spent a whole bunch of money complying with U.S. standards. I know what it takes to comply with U.S. standards, and it costs a lot of money. There's a host of brands on the market right now that you can buy from that are compliant, that do meet the U.S. regulations, that have spent a ton of money, have product liability insurance. Contact a legit manufacturer. And if you need to know more about this, visit Scoot Magazine, buy a Scoot Magazine, ask the guys over there, ask an expert what is a compliant, U.S. compliant vehicle. And they will give you a list of the companies that have submitted to them copies of their EPA compliance, their product liability insurance, and have been in the market for a long time. That's what you need to do. Guys, I hate to see you guys lose your dealership or get fined with $10,000 fines over something like a brand name. So be careful, buyer beware. Peugeot's not in the U.S. market. It would be great if they were. The day that they are, I will let everybody know. It's a fantastic brand, but they're not in the U.S. market right now. We do sell a ton of parts for these gray markets. We have cylinders, we have heads, we have belts, all sorts of things, roller weights. But I don't want to see people lose their dealership. So if you do have one and you have an old gray market, great, we'll sell you the parts. But if you're a new dealer and somebody approaches you about buying new Peugeots, 2010 Peugeots, do not do it. Send them back, report them because they're illegal bikes and they could cost somebody their dealership. All right? That's our blog entry for today, and I hope that has been informative to you guys looking for Peugeot scooters in the U.S. Have a great day.